It looks like we got ourselves an early release of Strike Witches, Road to Berlin. I was hyped for this anime since I found out the release date on 2017. And of course, we had the gag one, which was pretty entertaining too. I really did enjoy that. Then it is finally here. It was supposed to come on actually next week, but instead we got an early release. In fact, there are tons of anime for the fall that actually came out during the end of September, which was very interesting. So it's like, wow, they're just pushing everything out so soon, man. He's like, you could not contain fall. You just can't. Every time fall anime comes around, it just pops open, man. You can't contain all that flavor, which is fall anime. There's a lot of stuff that just dropped today, and I just don't know what I'm going to watch and what I'm going to review. It's just crazy. As you can tell, my break is over with because October 2nd is now the beginning of fall anime. Now, not much really happened here within the first episode of Strike Witches, which most of the times it don't in the original series. But there's always this tradition thing that happens. Sakamoto is off to see Miyafuji. If you haven't noticed the pattern, the first season Strike Witches, she is off to see Miyafuji because of the father. Second part, she is off to see, well, I guess she was already there, but she still went off to see her because Neuroi were attacking. You can't count the movie because instead someone else went to go see her because not to join the force, but instead to go to a medical school somewhere in Europe. That's why. And as you can tell, just as usual, like clockwork, Sakamoto's off to see Miyafuji once again. And that's just how it is. So, this episode wasn't as interesting as the other first two openings of the other seasons, but I can feel that this one's going to be very important. Like, will this be the final season? We'll have to see, because the main point was to take back Berlin, because it was one of the first places to be attacked and dominated by the Neuroi. And of course, Miyafuji's there, and she has her powers back. If you didn't watch the movies, she got her powers during the movie back. And then also, people ask, how come people still don't know who she is, despite her tactics? Well, of course, some don't know who she is because it looks like her friend that she had there didn't know much about the army. She just knew that her father was in the army, so she knew everything, which is obvious. But also goes to the question of other people. We see Miyafuji wasn't truly directed in just yet, but she did later on down the road, where she gained that fame, which was shown in Strike Witches, the movie, where people knew who she was and she was really well respected. Even the secondary main character of that movie respected her, but yet her vision of her was completely different from reality. So it's showing, things Yoshika can do, how Yoshika is brave, how she can even understand animals in a way. Not talk to them, but she has this good grasp of animals. If you notice from the season before, she would rescue a dog, or she'll rescue a bear as well, and then later on it'll show her being friends with that animal later down the road. It's shown that Yoshika is really good with animals. Of course, people are also going on about how Sakamoto, a fan fave, was wearing pants. She's not a strike witch anymore. She doesn't have her powers. I believe they wear those clothings because of the heat or something with the striker unit, and wearing pants will be really in the way. But then it doesn't defeat the purpose. Why not just wear spats or something like that? But then again, in some European countries, they're not so ashamed of nudity over there like it is over here. Like, tell you the truth, in Japan and Europe, they're okay with nudity over there. But surprisingly here in America and even Canada, where we kind of shame upon it, which is very interesting. Which I was talking to a friend from another country in Europe, said how you guys will just show blood and gore and torture all over the place, and it's okay to show, not censored. But we shame the human body, which is natural, which is supposed to be, a regular thing, which had me thinking, like, why do we do that? Now you think about it. I know it's not about strike witches, but it shows in the culture why people don't understand why some of the strike witches wear the clothing they do. It's all on culture. And the people who create a series understood the culture of different places, which is one reason why I do like animes that do depict other cultures. They show that there's more to it. You know, some anime they'll show the average Russian girl with the blonde hair, or the Americans do it with the blonde hair. It's the same thing. But here in Strike Witches, where they're doing things that is world involved, they have to get most of it to a point accurate. And I do understand that. So I really do appreciate that. Um, Girls and Panthers also do this as well, which I also appreciate as well. How they try to do the culture in the countries where those girls come from accurate, which I enjoy. You know, so you have the good experience. So when it does get English dub, you cross your fingers hoping they have those good foreign accents, which is really nice. Now, the part that really got me in this episode was pretty much the Neuroi. The Neuroi have always been a mystery to me. Just like the Siren, well, the Abyssals from K-Town Collection was already saw who they were within the movie, which was interesting, but a little disappointing in a way, because it left out some questions in the open. Now, just like the Siren, there's just to collect data, I guess. But the Neuroi, why are the Neuroi there? You know, like I said, the Siren from Azure Lane, they're there to collect data and see the involvement of humanity. That's all they do. That's all they care about. But the Neuroi, I believe the Neuroi in their core are like stones, gems, or something, with high intelligence, where they adapt on whatever planet they crash on. So why is it that they want to take over their planet? It's the question. The Neuroi land and they adapt to a certain environment they are in. They can't go near water. True. But an iceberg can be considered sometimes as a part of land, but seeing a Neuroi to become an iceberg is showing how advanced the Neuroi are becoming, or their understanding. Heck, near the end of season 1 of Strike Witches, Miyafuji was in contact with a Neuroi that looked just like a Strike Witch, but then it disappeared and then even showed itself in the beginning of season 2, and it disappeared again. But now I see all the trailers, we'll see this thing again as well. So probably we'll get some more insight on the Neuroi this season, which I'm looking forward to. My theory was that a very old Neuroi gem crashed, and just like with Final Fantasy VII, somebody, the government or someone, took that Neuroi, is holding it hostage and using it for technology and experiments. And because of that, the other Neuroi are angry at humans and they're destroying it. That could be a theory. Just a theory, man. But it would be cool if they did that. So if it does happen, like, I told you so, if that happens. But yeah, man, Strike Witches is back, and so are so many other anime. Like, a lot. I'm probably going to do an impression and see whether or not I would want to review them. So, like I said, there are some I know I'm going to review, and some I'm still up in the open about. But we'll see, because a lot just dropped today. In fact, I don't even know the actual original release date for Strike Witches. I just know that was supposed to happen next week. But no, it came out early. Same as Kuma Kuma, Kuma Bear, and other stuff. So anyways, I'm keeping this long off enough. Like I said, not much really happened here. Just the interest in the Neuroi that really piqued my interest and see how they'll evolve throughout the show. So anyways, if you love Strike Witches, you like my content, and you want to see more reviews, like, comment, subscribe, of course. Hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrown on Anime, signing out.